It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to make it work.
Oh, okay. Well, there it goes. Alright, well, it's out of the way now. That was the easiest way to remove the,
Did I hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have a passing interest in motorcycles to appreciate what I'm going to show you right now. So this is absolutely the sketchiest motor vehicle that has ever existed. I defy anybody to top this. We've been marveling over it for the last, like, I don't know, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
We just keep finding more and more things. So, I'll tell you the story behind this. I've been looking for a Buell Blast motor, local, cheap, right, for another project that we're working on. So, I watch Facebook Marketplace, and this thing pops up for 300 bucks. So I'm like, 300 bucks? I don't care what it is, I'll take it. So, in the ad, it says, I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if it runs. I don't have a title for it. Just kind of give me 300 bucks and take it. And the guy that I got it from was great. And he honestly doesn't know. He's getting rid of it for a friend of his that doesn't have internet. So he doesn't even know the history or anything like that. So, at any rate, I go and I look at this. I took one quick look at it and I was like, all right, well, it's complete enough. 300 bucks, no problem. So I rolled it off the truck about an hour ago. And come this way. We start at the front, right? We'll start at the front.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's one of these things that gets worse the longer you look at it.
It really does.
It's just, it's hard to believe. So the condition of the front tire is like, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. Don't worry about the wire nuts.
No.
Oh, there's not even a nut
in
here.
The triple
it's
tree.
just hanging out in the breeze.
This doesn't move at all, so these
Yeah.
are fine.
Don't even give the eBay like thing here.
The Street Fighter.
The Street Fighter. Yeah.
It's held on with like retail
Plumber's tape.
Store like
It's
yeah.
plumber's tape.
It's like used to hold store racks together.
And the Schwinn Stingray bicycle handlebars are just.
I looked at these and I was like, these look familiar. I used to have a Schwinn Stingray, and then I saw this. I was like, oh my god, these are off of a bicycle. Like there's the Orange County Chopper logo right there, and there's this hose clamp that does nothing. It's not. This is already retained.
It's keeping this from flopping around.
It's making sure that this gets cut. Is what it's doing. It's not. There's no reason.
Well, when you reach escape velocity, you don't want this cable, this throttle cable, pulling
absolutely
back and
not,
opening
because
the
your
throttle
throttle
on you.
might kind of. Oh well,
Right.
the throttle is.
Oh no, there is no throttle. It's
Yeah.
got a thumb. It's got a thumb throttle.
Yeah.
And look, when you make a hard right,
It's. It's low side on demand is what.
you know. But and we've got our diagnostic switch over here.
It diagnoses if the starter works.
It does.
I mean,
But honestly, that isn't even. This is all okay. We have to go further back to find the real magic.
we still haven't figured out what this switch does. It doesn't. This is either ignition or headlights. We don't know.
So, evidently, really crashed once or twice and welded the peg back on. But the part that holds the brake pedal for the rear brakes is just missing. So here's the actuator for the back brakes.
So it just doesn't have.
No back brakes.
It doesn't have anything.
Don't need them.
That's how the front tire got so bald.
Yeah, it's all this locking up the front.
So,
But there's no rear peg anymore. There's nothing.
It's completely snapped off where
it's
it's supposed to
gone.
go.
so the oh yeah, he hacked off the back. Oh wait, we got to show on the other side.
Yeah.
Here. But, so he hacked off like where the passenger peg would go on this to clear this. So the swing arm is off. I think this is off like a Buell Ulysses or something. But obviously the belt didn't fit, so he created this tensioner with this turnbuckle. Now, mind you, there is no tensioner on these bikes, and there's no belt adjustment. The suspension, as it goes up and down, pulls tension on the belt. but this is already like lock solid, so the bike can't go down.
Which is all well and good.
Like,
because
this is like as soon as you whack the gas or anything, it's just
Throw you off the seat.
it just checks to make sure if your leg is still there. That's all that does. Oh my! And
so,
then
yeah. So now, since this is great, look at the seat pan on this thing.
don't need that.
don't need it. It's not necessary. This wasn't on it, so just take
put that back
out.
on my bike.
Yeah, I'll put it back on the other
Okay.
one.
So, since now the rear shock takes all of the space where the battery used to be, he had to relocate the battery. So, look at this battery mount that he made.
In auto tensions, we have a battery, so it's not hanging this low. When you put the battery, it draws it up. It draws it up to like right there.
That's futuristic engineering right there.
It's a race bike.
This is the
That's all you
battery
need.
out of the 2021. It still doesn't run.
So, and then you go around to the other side. Oh, yeah, of course. The back tire, I guess he did a couple of burnouts with this thing.
Couple.
And I guess he put a hole in it because he plugged the tire.
That's a whole pack of plugs.
It's three. It's only three.
Oh, there's 5 in a pack. That's right.
Yeah, it's only 3 plugs.
The other 2 fell inside of it.
This guy was riding this bike. Somebody was riding this bike.
Look at the seat, where the mount for the seat is just washers and nuts, and like he cut the bolt. Like that washer is probably what led to cracking it.
And then if you come around this way, we have the mystery peg. So
It's ADA approved.
he welded a single random dirt bike peg onto the back. There's nothing on the other side, but he got this. Just in case you got to put your girl in the back, your one-legged chick, there's a place so that she can get comfortable.
Perfect for amputees.
If this bike could tell a story, man.
I don't want to know what stories this thing tells.
I do want to know what this thing's been through. I want to know every word this machine would have to say if it could talk.
I know there's got to be more.
There's
got to be more.
Oh well,
It's in remarkably good
the
shape for
tank
something
and
that
cover
otherwise
is not
looks like a
really
dragon.
attached though. So like, what was this thing running on? Like the fuel line's not connected. There's something that's supposed to go here.
The exhaust.
It's not here.
Oh, we
And the exhaust.
totally forgot
Yeah.
about the exhaust.
The exhaust. Here, I'll lean it over.
Just lay it down.
Here we go.
Just lay it down. All right. It's a that's a very expensive exhaust.
Like $600 for one of
Cut it
those.
off. See, here's the irony. Vance and Howing's baffles are already removable. That's the screw hole. He cut it and yanked it out.
Now it just points directly at the back tire.
I mean, I don't think there's anything in here.
And it's held on with hose clips. Look, that exhaust, it's not mounted to anything.
There's nothing.
Like,
So, is this the sketchiest vehicle you've ever seen?
yeah.
It may be
this
in
is-
worse shape than the 2021.
This is
when it's in one piece.
I'd rather ride this 2021 that's split in half. You can at least weld that back together. This is.
Can any of you guys out in Viewerland top this? Because if you can, we want to see it.
Oh,
I don't have high hopes.
this can just.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look, hey, they also did this too.
Most
Kickstand. It's just a piece of stock.
most of the shifter is broken off. It's just got this hanging on to the end.
It's the wire nuts on the ignition coil. It's all held together with wire nuts. That's probably why it won't fire. But it's so bad.
It's so good.
It's
That's awesome. Look at the taillight.
It even looks like a Harley shield. It even looks like kind of. And it says the sticker on the back, you can't really read it, says more than a machine.
It's, yeah. Hey, look, a nut.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Probably need that.
Yep. Put that in your battery.
So there you go. I'm going to liberate this motor. We cranked the motor. It's got a ton of compression. Whether or not it's any good, it doesn't matter to me because I want to take it apart and go through it anyway. but all of the basic parts are there. So we got our money's worth out of it. And like I said, the guy that I got this from, just guys, I know he's going to watch this video. He had nothing to do with this. I know this. He told me up front, hey, it's a turd. I don't know what it is. Just get it out of here. So thank you. But yeah, if you could top this, show us the videos.
By all means.
For real.
This is some...
It's quality is what it is.
All right, guys. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. But wait, there's more. Here, come here. So the rear suspension, look at this. It's completely non-functional. I don't know how that link is supposed to be oriented, but the swing arm just jams up against the bottom of the shock.
You can hear it hitting. Like,
there's your 3/4 of an inch of suspension travel right there.
Somebody had a death wish.